What's up, everybody? We are back with Red Dead and the Texarkana Phantom murders. So I'm right now trying to look for a stable because my horse died, so we might get a little hunting done while we travel the open road. Okay, so the Texarkana murders happened right in the city of Texarkana. It was a rough city. Rough. Uh-oh. I just killed 2 animals? Okay. It was a rough city, known for crime, and we are taking place in 1946. So in 1946, we come to Jimmy and Mary Jane, and they went to a little movie date, and then they decided to do what teenagers did back then, find the makeout spot. And they pull over into this park, and we're gonna assume what they were doing, you know. And all of a sudden, a man with a white mask walks up, taps on the window with a pistol, and asks Jimmy to get out of the car and give him his money. So Jimmy is like, I don't have any money, my hands are up, and he pistol whips him, causing Mary Jane to get out of the car, and he attacks her. And he starts molesting her, but then he says to run. He tells her to run away. So she runs, but she's in heels, and that must have just been a game to him because he then, oh, what's that? She's a raccoon. He then does chase her back down, attempt to rape her, and try to shoot at her. I don't think, sorry, let me check my notes. I don't think he hit her. He beat her. He beat her and raped her, but I don't think he shot her. Yeah. So by this time, Jimmy has gotten up and flagged down another car, and that car chases this man away. Okay, so both her and Jimmy survived this gruesome attack. But like I said, because the town, well, the cops are looking, you know, but the town is rough. And the townspeople don't really pay it any mind. They just assume, oh, you were almost robbed, and that sucks for you. And they kind of moved on pretty quickly. Well, so this was March of 46. And no. That was just February. This happened in February. So then we come to March.
This isn't right. Let me out of here.
Should we save her?
I don't deserve to be locked up.
Like we haven't heard that before.
Nah, I'm not gonna save her.
Yep.
Oh, please. Let me out of
Oh, just shut up.
Oh, here's the stables. Okay. Let's pick out a horsey. Okay. So, now we have, in March, we have Richard and Polly. And Richard and Polly also went to dinner with their sister. 10 hours later, they are found in, I'm gonna sell this guy, because, sell the square.
That's a nice horse. Happy to buy it.
Got my saddle. Okay. Buy a horse. That's all they have. Ugh, it's like all my money, too.
There's a reason this breed fought in all them wars in Europe.
I guess. He looks like a Thickums. I like Thickums. We're gonna buy him. I'm gonna name him Thickums. I recently, okay, to fall off the path. Sorry if you were too into the story. We're going to fall off the path real quick. My ADHD is requiring it. A girl on TikTok said how Red Dead Online is just the new Barbie My Pony game. I'd never played that game, but I couldn't help but be like, she's probably right. Are you done?
You're gonna be happy with that horse.
Oh, yeah. He is thick. I like it. Hello, Thickums. Ooh. All right. Go back. I don't think I could really afford to do much with his appearance, but let's see. His mane.
It's nice to give a little special grooming.
I always like the mohawk. Let's see. So they go black. Ooh, should he have red hair? $4 for some red hair. I think silver. Oh, yeah.
Yup. Look
Right.
mighty fine.
And tail.
Little fine grooming
I like the
always
braid.
sets off a horse. That's a good-looking horse now.
There we go. Oh, he is handsome. All right, back. Back. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I came to him. Okay, sorry. We were on Richard and Polly. Unfortunately, Richard and Polly, after the dinner, 10 hours later from their sister, they were found dead. Richard was found in, he was kneeling in the middle of the seat, on his knees, head down. He had been shot. And I actually think multiple times shot, but, in the back. And then Polly was found face down in the back seat, shot multiple times. Though they found a blanket on the outside with blood, so they think she may have been actually probably raped and murdered on the outside of the car, put back into the car. But unfortunately, it had rained within the 10 hours that it took to find these bodies. So they unfortunately had no evidence, just nothing. So now, but even still, now we have 4 victims, 2 dead. And even still, the people are just not concerned. They don't even connect these 2 cases in any way, which is sad. Okay. So then they do have, okay, so I won't say people won't care, sorry, in my notes. Some people did cared enough to call in about over 100 false leads, but nobody knew anything and nobody was really putting this on their radar. Then we have April 14th. Betty Joel and Paul Martin. Paul was shot 4 times. They found him laying in a field. Well, who are you and why are you not on the road? They found him shot in a field, and then they found poor Betty. She was shot multiple times and raped. She was up further, though, into the wooded area. And now people are panicked. Now they're panicked. Now we have women and, if their husbands were traveling for work, they were going to go stay at the local motel called the Grimm's Inn with their children. So the place was packed out with people too afraid to be home. You had people setting booby traps in their home. I mean, it's the 40s, not a lot of technology, I guess, but they were setting booby traps. Booby traps and getting their guns. Gun sales went up. People were now officially freaked out. We now have 4 deaths and 2 severely injured in a weird park situation. So now we come to May 3rd. So things kind of quieted, okay? But we come to May 3rd and we're at the home of Virgil and his wife, Katie. And Virgil is just sitting on the couch watching TV, and he gets shot through the window, twice. And so Katie comes in to find him and see what's happening, and she gets shot herself twice in the face. She still has the wherewithal, though, because she says a man was coming through the window now that he's shot through. He's coming through the window. She had a bullet stuck in the bottom of her mouth and somewhere else in her face. She's bleeding everywhere. She has the wherewithal to run out the back door and get to her neighbor's farm, which was pretty fucking far, and get to a hospital, and she survived. And I think, surprisingly, the husband did too, because I'm pretty sure the killer ran. So the cops come, of course. All the cops come to this situation. They do find some bloody footprints that they follow across the street into the woods, but once they crossed the street into the woods, it was over. They did feel like this crime in particular, though, wasn't connected. They thought it was just a copycat or some shithead teenagers because of how different it was. It didn't go with it was a different gun use and an automatic over a pistol. and it wasn't a revolver, and it wasn't it wasn't in a park. There was no teens. You're also looking at an elderly couple versus the teenagers kissing in the park to elderly couple sitting in their house. So they get thrown in because of the chaos of the time and how scared everyone was. But the cops didn't actually, and still don't actually, think that the Phantom killer, which is what he'll become, is the killer. And then after that, nothing. He just stopped. So whoever he was either left town or moved on, did something. But there were no more deaths, and these deaths would never be solved. This case is still unsolved. It is one of the most famous unsolved cases in Texas. Oh, a deer. But we do have two theories. So theory number one is a boy, his name was like Doogie. He was a student at the local college, and he ended up killing himself. But in his confession, his goodbye letter, he did write about how, of course, he killed himself. He killed two people. They also found that he did have connection, loosely, with a lot of the victims. From going to school with them to, seeing, working in the movie theater where the first couple was. He went to school with Polly, the second couple. Now, we do have to throw in with this one. These sources aren't super, reliable. So, yes, he did say he did it, but, who knows if he really did it. Our second case comes with, so one cop, while investigating this, was noticing that cars were being stolen, like the same night people were being killed. Okay? So then he starts thinking, well, maybe they are stealing the cars to take them to the crime so that they don't have anybody really, like, nobody can identify their own car. They're stealing cars, So they watch some cars one night at a place that they're usually being stolen from, and they find this woman. And she leads them to her boyfriend. Dang it. It's gonna use all my bullets up. He was her boyfriend at the time, and she pretty quickly squeals on him. Like, she almost immediately was like, oh yeah, he's totally a killer. He's totally a fucking killer. I was just stealing cars. He's a fucking killer. So they do end up picking up the boyfriend. She tells cops two different stories about the same situation, though. So the first time she tells the story, she says, well, we went to the park to make out ourselves. He told me he had to get out and pee. He was gone for a whole hour, and then he came back after she heard a gunshot. He gets back in the car. He's soaking wet from like the waist down. So she's like, okay, something suspicious happened here. So then she doesn't question him, and they just kind of move on with it. Okay, so that's the first story. And the cops are like, okay, well, he could have crossed, because there's a park, there's a lake. So he could have crossed the lake, got himself wet, or washed off the blood. What have you done? The second story she tells, she says they went together. They were going to rob the couple. She was all down for robbing them. Then things get hairy. He starts shooting. She's not into killing. He wants to rape the girl. He chases her down. He rapes her. He brings her body back. And so the cops are like, well, you've given us two different stories, so you're shaky at fucking best, but we can't arrest you because you steal fucking cars. So they put her in jail for theft. And then they put... Oh, I can find a legendary animal. Okay. I don't know which animal. Let's see. Okay. So he goes and he they arrest him too, but they can't arrest him for these crimes because all they have is her shaky ass stories. But they went ahead and he got life for stealing cars. He didn't end up spending his entire life in jail. He did get out in '94, so he was old as fuck. But what was I searching for? Oh, there it is. I walked past it. Inspect. Let's see what we can find. What does our animal? Does it say? Oh, a coyote. A legendary coyote. Okay. Touchdown. So that is basically our story. That's it. That's the only two theories. A lot of people now. Okay, so one thing I forgot to add that did make her story a little stronger is that she did know one detail that only one cop knew about because he was like a part of the whole thing. To which she so she talked about how his handbook was thrown in the bushes, and which it was. So that cop was like, okay, that's a little suspect. Like, how would you know that detail unless you were there? Okay, where is this thing taking me? So, but that's pretty much the case. So the couple did end up going to jail, but not for the killings. And even though the cops really wanted them for the killings. And the, and that's it. Their case remained unsolved to this day. So that is my whole spiel, guys. I would let you stay for me finding this coyote. So I'm done with the story. If you want to see me find a legendary coyote, you may stay because I'm gonna do that. But if you're done with true crime, thank you for coming. And please like, subscribe, comment, interact. Please, God, interact. Help a girl out. Or if you just want to talk games, you want to see me do a different game. I tend to play Red Dead or Fallout, any of the Fallouts. And so you guys have a great day. But looks like we found another body over here. So let's see. The coyote killed a deer, maybe? A horse? What is that? Oh, is that the fucking coyote? Well, damn it! Oh, it's a sheep. Okay, good. I was gonna say, well, why would you lead me to a coyote if it... Okay, so... let's go. I love how full this game is. We're switching gears. We're gonna talk gaming now. I love how full this game is. I can literally, like, not take 2 steps without something, some kind of something popping up, you know? Which is just awesome. Alright. Keep following. Yep, the trailings. Now what? I guess I'm on my own with this one. Okay. Oh. Hear it. That is definitely a coyote barking. Let's see. I am downwind. There he is. Did I get him? No. Okay. No. Crap. I didn't have to shoot him so many times. All right. We got him. Go find the guy. Well, now if you stuck around for the gaming, I just caught me a legendary coyote. I'm gonna go make some boots out of him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, like I said, like, subscribe, comment, interact in some way. You guys have a great night.